welcome to another episode of Live with the Glitter Practitioner. That is me, Dr. Nupi. Thank you so much for joining. Do let me know in comments where you are tuning in from, because I'm a chatterbox. I love to go back in and say hello and have chit chats in the comments. So for those of you who don't know me, I am a real life doctor, a general practitioner in the UK, which is family physician. And I'm also a spiritual and transformation life coach, speaker, soon to be author, and do my live stream shows. And nothing lights me up more than sharing and showing others, be it my patients, be it my clients, through my coaching business, Find Your Fizz and Flourish, how to really realign your whole self-health needs, your mind, your body, and your soul. So all of this as your whole self person. Because when they are aligned, and when you know the tricks and the skills of how to do that, you are abundant in potential, and the magic, the glitter, really starts to just sprinkle everywhere. I think the best way to have a feel really of what it might be like to work with me on either one-to-one coaching, or it doesn't have to be the full program, it could be a few sessions, but the essence of really what I'm about and what you will feel, I think, is beautifully represented in my brand story, which was created by the phenomenal Devin James Stinson. Thank you so much. And anybody who's looking for a brand story, seriously, get in touch. He's going to get very busy. So, Mr. Producer, can we kindly have my brand story, please?
Follow the light through the storm. And this is not a light that warns, it's a light that forms on the pathway ahead. So you can maneuver around disaster instead of getting stopped by the obstacles. It just takes changing the obstacles. And then the impossible turns to possible. And then the storm lifts. You're no longer adrift. Breathe, focus, you've got this. Ahead you see a figure, a kind soul, and on the inside it feels like you might glow. Your endless cycles of cyclones have been turned to a breeze that just slightly blows. You're adorned with glitter, where you literally feel like a kid again. And this is when you realize how much of your life you've missed. And then you talk more with Dr. Nupi Aurora, who will holistically change your aura, where you and the new you won't be like strangers. No, you'll be like friends. Because this whole process is simply life-changing. So if you're feeling frazzled and you want to find your fizz and dazzle, then book a call with Dr. Nupi Aurora by messaging her right here on LinkedIn.
Oh, I go all dreamy when I see that. Oh, it always makes me tearful. Anyway, I think let's bring my guest on. So today I have the original rock star of LinkedIn. She is the phenomenal Miss Tisha Marie Pelletier.
Hey, Nupi, I love it. Oh, your whole brand story was just like so calming and zen.
It is,
I love
isn't it?
Great job, Devin. Yeah.
He's amazing, and he's about to get so busy. Seriously, so many people comment on his brand story after the show, and it just really, it's the whole thing, isn't it? It's about it's what you're about as well. It's capturing the essence through music, sound, visuals, and it's very difficult sometimes to say to somebody, this is what I do, this is how I do it, because it's a feeling. And I think that really captures it. Anyway, enough about me. So welcome to the show, Tisha.
you. Thanks so much. And hello to everybody who's tuning in and putting some things in the comments.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. So tell me, oh, I know, actually, we have a shared love for Wonder Woman.
Oh, we do.
And I
for
had
sure.
to mention that today. I'm afraid I couldn't. Gal Gadot is a little bit broken behind this screen, so I'll get her out another time. But yeah, you were telling me some really interesting stories about branding and your shoes. And I thought that would be a really nice way to share with everybody the importance of branding, actually.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, as you guys know, I love Wonder Woman as well. And I posted a picture back on, I remember April 28th because it was National Superhero Day. And I was on my way to my daughter's field trip. I was chaperoning a bunch of fourth graders to the Musical Instrument Museum. And instead of just getting all professional and all, I was like, nah, I'm going to wear my Wonder Woman shirt. And my tennis shoes, and I ended up wearing that. And I just had so many people compliment me, and I took a picture and I was like, please help me. I am on this bus with all of these fourth graders and I need to have my Wonder Woman power right now. And I just remember that post, including you, a lot of people commenting, having that common thread with me, posting their pictures with their costumes and their Wonder Woman, mementos and everything, that it really just started a spark that the next gift I got was another Wonder Woman mug from my friend Kim Smith out of Michigan. And then I ended up buying Wonder Woman shoes, little Wonder Woman Converse that they weren't Converse, they were Chinese Converse, as I could call them. And you know what, Noopy, I ended up wearing those to an event that I was emceeing at, and so many people came up to me and told me, I really love the shoes. One person actually came up to me and said, I'd really like to book a call with you because of the shoes. I want to learn what else you do, and ended up becoming my client. So that's such a great story of how a pair of shoes can bring you that return on investment. I was like, the shoes were $50. The client was like a $4,000 client. So it was just like,
amazing.
All right, okay, I can buy more of these shoes.
I love that. Yeah. I love that. And that's basically you just sharing your love, what you're doing, without being overtly, come and work with me. Come on, I can do this. I love it. And that just feels just right. I remember meeting you for the first time when I joined LinkedIn. And I remember writing to you saying, yes, hi, I'm the Glitter Practitioner. I hadn't even started my journey, really. But I guess that's always what I've known, because that's what my patients say. That's what, I'm always with my glitter.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, even behind you, you've got some glitter going, some sparkle.
I had to show you this.
Yes. Oh, yeah. So I bought a cape. Nice. When I was at, I was telling you, I think on our show at Magic Mountain, they were like, buy one, get one free.
Oh, yes,
I was like,
right.
I'm gonna buy one too. So yes, I do have the Wonder Woman cape now. So like my collection is pretty complete with all the gifts that people give giving.
I love it. I love it. The patient actually had a mug made for me because they knew I was completely obsessed with Gal Gadot. I didn't actually get the full life-size cardboard, cut it out in my clinic, because I'm saving her for when I do presenting gigs or speaking gigs on stage, real life. She's coming with me.
I love
That's when she comes out.
Yeah. And like you were saying, you reached out to me on LinkedIn. You were just starting your journey, but you do something really well. You already have your brand dialed in. Your clients know it. Your patients know it. You show up the same way. I have no doubt, Newbie, that if I met you, you would still have all the glitter. You'd still have all the, the sparkle, because that's who you are to the core. And that's the thing, is I think when you finally decided, this is my brand, this is what I'm going to own, then other people they go along the journey with you. Yes. And that's what they know you for. That's what they know you for.
That's so true, actually, because it was a good few years ago. I was helping out my kids when they're in primary school, the PTA. And I volunteered. A very good friend actually asked me, would I be okay to do some face painting with my glitter? And I've got a trunk of the stuff. And I was like, yeah, sure, no problem. And I literally sat there covered in glitter. And my friend and I, who was doing it, she was like, oh my God, you could be the glitter practitioner. Let's change GP, put it as the glitter, you feel better. you sort out your problems, and you get sprinkled with glitter. And I was like, oh, I love it. And I think we were just going along with this.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I came on, I mean, it is something, but I had to say, my other half was like, oh, GP, now I get it. And I'm like, how could you not get it? It's obvious.
It's obvious.
I mean, look at me, I'm full of glitter. But no, I did do a post very early on, a little video going, just in case anybody wants to know, you know, I am a real doctor, but this is where it came from. But it's true. You then associate, don't you? You just put two and two things together.
Well, and so on that note, like you were saying, your friend and you were doing this event, and it just came about that she was saying, oh my gosh, you are the glitter practitioner. And I'm going to bring up our good friend, Bruce Carnahan, guy in the blue shirt, because that's his brand, the guy in the blue shirt, the guy in the blue car with the blue shirt. Like he has the blue thing dialed in. And when you see him, he's always in that. I've never seen him. I mean, he lives in the same state as me, but I've never seen him in any other color besides blue.
Yeah.
And so when you own that brand, and I just like to say this because sometimes it's not us that comes up with the brand. Do you find that? I think that other people see it in us. They tell us that, and we are like, oh yeah, I am that person. So like you were saying with your friend, if you go on my LinkedIn, it says authentic with a touch of badass. I never get rid of it because people still comment on that. And they're like, how did you become that girl? And I said, you know what? Actually, someone gave me that title, so to speak, and I embraced it. And I said, you know what? I'm always that really authentic, tell you straight, don't sugarcoat it. You'll always find me in like fun Converse. Like I'm just that girl when you meet me in person. And so when someone gives you a brand and it feels like you, embrace it. Like embrace it and go with it.
Absolutely. And I think this comes down to also, you know, not trying to compare yourself to somebody else or try to sort of fit a mold here. I think it's just truly owning who you are,
right?
And knowing who you are as well, actually, because you're so right. I mean, as you see me now on live stream show is exactly how I am, you know, behind the screen, at home, with my friends, with my patients, clients. It's exactly that. And you know, if there's something wrong with me, or if I'm, you know, maybe going through funky town, or I'm not feeling very well, you know, the glitter just goes down a little bit. If there's not on, seriously, reach out to me because there's something quite not quite right.
On. Yeah, exactly.
But it is that, and I guess it's a part of who you are, and you don't have to have a persona per se, but I think it's just being very aware of what lights you up, what really are your passions, and going with that, because there's so much freedom in that and so much creativity. That's what I would say. And I have no marketing experience. Social media, I've just learned it as I've gone along.
Flying by the seat of your pants.
Basically, totally winging it. Yes.
You know, same here. I've always said, I'm like, I have such a love-hate relationship with social media. There was a post the other day about why are you not on LinkedIn for people who complain about LinkedIn. And I said, you know what? LinkedIn is really the only place where I feel like it's family. Yes. Truthfully, where I can talk about things, I can cry on things, I can be vulnerable, I can be badassery, whatever it is. And people they still embrace that. They're not there to, you know, to put me down. I've never had trolls on the platform. You know, I've never had any of that stuff. So I love LinkedIn. Like it's always that question of, if you could tell your friends, you just got this great news, where do you go first? Some people would say Instagram, some people would say Facebook. And I'm like, nope, I go to LinkedIn. If I'm going to share something exciting that's happening, LinkedIn will be my first platform that I go to, because that's the community that I've built up.
Yes. I totally agree. And that reminds me, actually, when I joined, I was getting a bit freaked out, because I'm thinking, oh no, I got really overwhelmed with what other people were writing, especially, I think it was more Instagram, actually.
Yeah.
And, you know, just this, there's so many people saying the same stuff. And then I just thought, right, I know people. My whole career was based on that. I love people. I know how to communicate. I'm a chatterbox, and I know connection.
Yeah.
That is my superpower, and that's what I'm going to use, which is exactly what I did. And I didn't push myself to post initially. I was hanging out in comments actually and just saying, hi, oh, that was a really good comment. Oh, wow. And that's how I've actually built so many amazing connections. They're more than connections to me. They really truly are such dear friends. It's like what you said, it's like family. And
right.
I already know, I'm already planning a trip stateside next year. And I'm just literally going to have 4 weeks in a glitter fest camper van.
You should.
And then just go to one place. I have no idea. I mean, scale and spatial awareness, I'm useless, but I'll just sort of go, okay, I'll go to California, then I'll go here, then I'll go here. Yeah. It's on the Glitter Fun Bus, basically.
Yes, the Glitter Fun Bus. We'll definitely hit California, and then on your way, hit Arizona. Bruce and I are here.
Absolutely.
Mary. Yeah, a lot of people that I'm sure you've met. You know what, Newbie? I've been doing the same thing. It's been my intention to go out and meet more of my LinkedIn connections. And I just met one on Friday, Todd Westra. He was visiting from Utah, and I was like, we're meeting because we worked together, but we never met. And it's just, that's the best part, honestly, is I was in Michigan over the summer. Actually, the gal who gave me the Wonder Woman mug, she let me stay with her one night, and then I stayed with some friends, and I just met so many of my LinkedIn connections. And it's just, it brings it full circle. You're like, I see you online, and now I actually get to meet you and share a meal and hang out and go on walks. And oh, it's just amazing. Amazing.
I could explode, seriously. I mean, I get excited when, you know, if you're chatting online and then you arrange a Zoom call or a Zoom coffee chat, and I get a bit sort of, oh, hi, yeah, hello, and I get a bit giddy just because, oh, you're real. This is so nice.
You're real.
You're real. And then literally I'm like, oh my gosh, in real life, I just know I'll be like, I think I'll explode, and all that will be left is this pile of glitter. Nuki was here. This was Nuki.
You should do a post about that. That'd be fun. You should just do like a quick video of it, of like, you
just do an explosion.
Yeah. Nuki was here.
Yes. Yeah. It's so true. Because I'll just be like, ah.
Yeah. You know what though, Nuki? It's like you said with the glitter. It's how you make your mark on the world, right? That's how you make your mark. So people know you from the glitter. People know me from Wonder Woman or badassery or whatever. I mean, even using that word badass, I've gotten some people that are like, aren't you afraid of what people think if they just are offended by that word? And I'm like, nope, not in the least. Nope, because they're not my kind of people. Like people use that word pretty openly. And when I posted that finally to my LinkedIn, I can't tell you how many people would send me badass things. Like even I have the badass books from Jen Sincero, like you are a badass. And I was like, it's nothing bad. It's nothing bad. I feel like when you're a badass, like you own it, you're confident, you just show up. You're not concerned about what other people think about you. You're not trying to compare yourself to other people. Like I don't have time for that.
Yes, exactly. That's the badassery. That's the kick-ass. That's my, I guess what I say is, I've got the giggles, I really do. That's my gangster glitter. It's like, it's all pretty and sparkly, yes, but there's more to it than that. It's really that inner light that I see coming back in somebody's eyes. And you're right, it's how you make your mark. And for me, it truly is spreading that joy, spreading that awareness of yourself. And actually when you tune back into your heart space and realign your needs, it is possible. Actually, the magic is there. Invite it in. It's there. I'm living proof of it anyway. But it is that, it's spreading that joy, and that's me, fizz pop giddy pants essentially. And there's quiet times. There are quiet times because you can't be up there all the time.
No.
But yeah, I genuinely take joy and pleasure in daft things. Like the other day I did a post for Thanksgiving, and I was so excited that there was this really posh coffee van outside the park. And
I saw, and your cute little dog you were walking too. You're
I was
like,
like, this
oh, he
is the
doesn't want
best
coffee.
thing ever. It was like the best thing ever. And I was literally just jumping up and down. And the barista lady was so cute. She was so sweet. She was, oh, you're so happy. And she gave me some freebies. That's not why I said it or did it. It was just, I was genuinely really excited. It made my day.
Yeah. Little things. I'm telling
Yeah,
you, the little
absolutely.
things.
But
Mhm.
to go back to the kick-ass badass, absolutely. It's more about, no, I'm not gonna, it's who I am. I'm upfront, I'm honest, transparent, and especially I guess through, I'll say it as it is,
Mhm.
with kindness, with compassion and love, of course.
Sure.
But that's who I am. And I guess in terms of medicine as well, in terms of my career, that's how I am with my patients. You know, yes, I swear my head off, but I would always check first. So I mean, the F list, the first F is an F bomb. But when I do that with patients or clients, I always say, I'm just warning you, this is not offensive, it's science, and they're like, no, God, swear away, doc, it's brilliant, yeah, I love it. You know, yeah, totally. But it's not to be offensive or rude, but
Mhm.
that's part of who I am. I'm not gonna, if I can't be that, then that's not being me, essentially. And, you know, I would rather have people who come to me who get that, who embrace that themselves, or that it's not sort of, oh gosh, well, I think you're too sweary and this, that, the other. Just be who you are. Exactly, Russ. Be
Yeah,
who you are and own that. Because when you
exactly.
do, your doors start opening, because then you attract like-minded people. And that's exactly what I found on LinkedIn.
Yeah. Well, and you want to be able to hang out with your
Yes.
clients. Like I love my clients. I'm hosting this client appreciation lunch in a couple weeks. And
Oh,
I'm like, these are all the cool people that I get to hang
oh,
with. And I get
that's
to
so good.
treat and I get to say thank you for helping me grow this year. And honestly, I look at
Oh,
every single one of my clients as we started as client relationship, but we've actually grown into really good friends
mm,
that we keep supporting each other even after we're done working with each other. And to me,
yes.
those are the types of clients that you want. So
Yeah.
if somebody is going to go to you, Nupi, and say, you're a little much, and you're offensive, and to me, I'd be like, you know what? I know someone that would be better suited for
Yes.
you.
Yes. And that's fine. Everybody has
Totally.
their, exactly. And everybody's unique. Everybody has their opinion. And you're not going to be everybody's cup of tea. And I'm absolutely fine by that.
Mhm.
But you see beyond that and feel what it is you might receive. That's great. And I'm
Right?
not here to please everybody.
Nope.
If I can impact a handful of people, even, or if this message can spread, even if it's just a one person,
Uh-huh.
happy days,
Happy
basically.
days.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole metrics is one for me. And
Mm,
I know you and I know a lot of other people, I'm sure Russ as well, but we echo that. Like if my whatever I did today impacted one, I'm good with that. I
yeah.
don't need to impact the millions. I don't need to be, the biggest name out there. I don't want it. I actually don't want it. It's so I don't know if I ever mentioned this to you. Like I went to ASU and I wanted to be a broadcast journalist. I was on track to be an anchor woman.
Oh wow. I can
Newbie.
so see that. I
I
can
Yeah.
really see that. Yes.
And the fun part is I didn't go that route and I didn't have to sacrifice anything because of these things. Like I still host a live stream. I'm a
Yeah.
guest on live streams. I've been on the TV. I've been on all these things, and I didn't have to go the news anchor route.
Yes.
But I look at because I have a lot of friends in the news world and I just look at their life and I'm like, gosh, to be under a microscope for what you look like, what you're
Yeah.
wearing, what's your hairstyle, did you gain weight? Should you not wear that? Like, God, I couldn't. I couldn't.
No.
I mean, I get excited. I will tell you this though, because I do the lessons in my Lexus on Fridays,
Mm.
people have recognized that. So if I'm out and about, some people are like, oh, wow, you're the girl. You're the girl that does that.
Oh.
And so I've been recognized a couple of times and it's just like super awesome, very flattering. But, you know, like to just always be in that mode of people are judgy or they just are,
Yeah.
so many people just want to criticize you. I
Yeah.
don't have it in me to go through that.
No, I think no, absolutely. And I think you need to be of a certain, that would, oh no, I couldn't do
Yeah.
that actually. But, you know, it's funny when you
Oh,
say about, I know,
thank you,
I was
Stephen.
just reading that as well. Oh, he's so cute. He's
I love
lovely.
it. Yeah.
Same.
Yeah, I
Beautiful.
agree. I know I could have
Yeah.
for dang sure, Stephen. I knew that I was on that track. But my greatest joy, I'll say this, was I mentioned that I emceed an event not too long ago where I wore my Wonder Woman shoes,
Yeah.
and it was the American Marketing Association, their Spectrum Awards. Well, back in 2008, I was the event chair, so I planned the whole event. And the person that we got to MC it was a news anchor, a big time news anchor here. And now, fast forward to 2021, 2022, they came to me and they said, "We want you to host this." So I hosted it 2 years in a row. I booked a client because of my shoes and had raving reviews, and I never was a news anchor.
I love it.
I was like, I won anyway. It just took patience. It just took time.
I am going to clang the bells for that one.
Yes, that was a huge accomplishment. I was like, and I got booked again.
That's amazing. That is amazing. It's funny that you say that actually, because I remember in clinics, say with patients, they'd be like, "Oh, you should do your own show. You should do this, this." And I'm like, no, I'm just here. This is good enough for me. I love what I do. But it's in me as well. But I guess my clinic room was a stage almost, because I could just be me. And, I'd be like, "I am Diana and you are too," and empowering other people to really believe that this inner strength is within everybody. And, how you bring that back, and the hope and courage and that unconditional love. And that's that hugs and this, and crying with my patients, you name it. But it's that. And, I got to be on my own stage because that was my consultation room.
Right.
And it's sort of evolving. I get to do this. I'll never forget when I met Russ for the first time. And I was being a guest on his show. And he was like, "Noopy, you need your own show." And I'm like, "Nah, what are you talking about? I haven't got a clue." And that's how this started. And I love this. Absolutely love it. And there's more. I love speaking, and it's starting to sort of spread out now. But it is that, I never thought that was going to happen. I'd sometimes think, oh, it'd be great to do this, but I'm a doctor, and that's the route I've taken. But you can do anything. You can do anything. It's your passions.
Exactly.
Look at me singing on a Friday. I love singing. And I've just sort of created this. Well, it was actually Melanie Costas who created it, and I've just kept it going with hashtag Fun Day Friday, happy. I can never get it right. Okie Kokie Dokie Karaoke Friday. But I've kind of weaved my messages throughout, and don't really sing the whole song. And I'm like, yeah, I really like this bit. And actually, I won't do that bit. And then just talk about the message behind it, which is, I guess I'm just being creative.
You are. Yeah. You're letting your creativity out there.
I am.
The whole thing about live shows too, because I've been hosting a live show for a long time, first with a co-host, and then I went solo, and now it's just solo. So Tisha Talks Live airs on Friday mornings. But it is my stage, and I get to say what I want, and I'm not scripted, and I get to meet the coolest people. So I do encourage people that if you are looking to build your brand, it's just one way, one strategy that you can use. And big shout out to Russ, because I know he has one too. I'm actually on your show, Russ, in a couple weeks. And that's just, it's such a great platform for you just to show up as you, and you to learn from other people and meet cool people. And I mean, that's why I do it. I've said that to a lot of people, because so many people get caught up in how many people are tuning in at any given time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, first up, I can't control people's schedules. I can't. I can promote it. I can share it. I can go on. But the nice thing about live streaming is that it is recorded. It is replayable. People can watch it when they're ready on their time frame if that time doesn't work for them. And that's totally fine because I'm only concerned with the person on the show at me at that time.
Exactly. Yes.
That's it.
Exactly.
This is bonus. Like the comments, the people watching in, it's bonus. And that's true. What it is. Yeah.
I've met so many amazing people through other people's live stream shows. Russ's, for example. And I'm like literally glitter bombing the comments and then making friends with people who turn out, you know, that's how I met Diana Londonio, who we now have our own Supernova Soul Sisters show every other Tuesday.
Yeah.
Vanessa and George, Dr. Jeep and Vanessa, who I met on Tamara Beckford's show, being in comments and just loving them, I should say. And again, they've become really good friends and I've invited them onto this show. It's just, I think it's an amazing way to meet people. But even so, even if there was nobody there and you're focused on that person because they bring value to, there's a like-minded spirit there. And I think that's just, it's like us two having a coffee chat and it just happens to be, to be live and possibly free.
That other people are tuning in and that's okay.
And that's fine. It's like how we would have a chat and it's genuinely like, tell me what you do and what really fires you up. And, you know, I think that's what this is all about, really. It's connection, communication, and really, really true lasting friendships as well. Which is just gorgeous.
I agree. Good.
We're both in agreement. I love it.
And thanks so much. I see we have more people joining in. Jennifer's here. Good.
Yeah, Jennifer's adorable. Hi, Jennifer. Oh, yeah, I'm being told.
Oh, no waving. I'll wave for you.
That's not fair. Why are you allowed to wave and I'm not? That's ridiculous.
I don't know. That must be something between you and Russ, but I'll wave.
Just like, no, I think it's because if somebody's talking and I'm just I am listening and I'm just going like this at the same time. But I can say hello, can't I? I'm watching Russ's face. Hi, Jennifer. Thank you for coming. Okay, that's it. Done. Tell us, what exciting things have you got coming up? Because I know you have.
I know. Let's see. So next week, I believe in disrupting a little bit. I think that's where badass comes in. And I know that I probably shared this with you, but I host a lot of my own events. Like I really feel like I'm an event producer. I also had an event management company for several years with a partner, and we closed that business. But one thing I really loved was just creating things that people got excited about, like they wanted to attend. And so next week, I'm actually hosting an event called the Holiday Hullabaloo. I don't know if you've seen it, Newbie, but it's my take on like the adult pajama party, the Christmas pajama party. So the attire is pajamas. It's super fun. It's definitely a community event. We're benefiting Phoenix Children's Hospital. We have a merry marketplace. We're doing dinner, drinks, desserts, hot cocoa bar, DJs coming out, photography, all the fun things. So it's not a business event, although business connections happen just about anywhere. But I love that. And people are like, pajamas? I'm like, it's kind of a selfish note because as an event producer, you're so tired by the end of the day that you don't even have the strength to get out of whatever you wore that day. I know you know this. I know you know this. You were just like, I'm just going to pass out right on the couch. I don't even care if my contacts are still in my eyeballs. Like I'm literally so spent. So I was like, if I could just eliminate that one thing and just wear my PJs that I wore to the event to bed, then that is.
I love it. That's brilliant. Oh, I will come.
Yeah, so that's the event that's happening next week. So I'm knee deep in just getting things done and planning and promoting and sharing and all the good stuff.
Amazing.
And then I host an event here in Phoenix called Social Connect Phoenix. And it's my take on the anti-networking events that you go to. It's just, you go to some of these events and people are just so business card heavy and let me pitch you. And I mean, I'll just be honest. I still get pitched off of LinkedIn and I'm just like, no, thanks, but thank you. I always say thanks. I'm like, thanks for asking, but no thanks.
Yeah.
And it's just, you know, my event is more, hey, let's get good people together. Let's strike up some genuine good conversations, because those are very lasting and those will lead to the next meeting or the next conversation. But when we go to events and we're just like, newbie, so you're the glitter practitioners, tell me what you do. And I'm like, oh, I already have a GP. Like, I already have a doctor, you know, like, oh, I've already made a judgment call and I'm not going to get to know you because I've kept it at the surface level. And so my intent with this event was, hey, could we talk about things other than business? Could we talk about life, what you love, those passions, what you value, like just talk about those kinds of things and strike up conversation. I think we've gotten away from conversation and the art of conversation and communication, that we just are like, let's just get to it.
Yeah, there's some strange things coming up. Absolutely. And at the end of the day, it's about people, isn't it? And it's about, as unique as we all are, with what lights us up, our passions, you know, all of that, the things that join us together. And I say this a lot in terms of when I'm talking about health needs as well, that the things that really bind us as human beings is that love and joy and the connection, these gratitude, kindness, these are the core, I guess these are the core things that make you human.
Yeah.
And be it a doctor, be it a marketing person, be it a brand person, it doesn't matter who you are and what you do. Actually, it is all, everybody has that same baseline need. And I think tapping into that without the labels, without the, hi, I'm a doctor kind of thing. And all of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Strip it back. Who are you as a person? That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
And that I think is the key to connecting on here, especially a platform like this, being yourself and allowing yourself to be that. And that, not everybody does. I know that. It's giving permission to yourself, isn't it? That this is who I am. And yeah,
it is. I like that Russ just brought up Jennifer's comment about it will come if it's supposed to.
Yes.
And I think we all need to take that lesson that, you know, here's kind of a funny story. My husband booked me a chemical peel. I've never had a chemical peel, but I was like, okay, I'm going to book it. I'm going to book it with this gal. And here she is working on my face. And we're starting to talk about, you know, just her business and so forth. And by the end, she's like, oh my gosh, I think I need your branding services. Can you please send me your information? Can you please take a look at my website? Tell me some things that here's the thing. And just to Jennifer's point, I did not go in there looking to sell any service. I went in for a chemical peel.
Yes.
So when you're in the art, thank you, Russ, of conversation and it's free flowing, the conversation will most likely come up. Tell me what it is you do.
Yes.
It doesn't have to be a forced conversation. It just has to be a flowing conversation, because that is a natural question that people will ask you. And if it is the right time, or if it is that person is looking for something or really needs your help or wants to refer you, doesn't that feel better than
definitely?
Hey, so chemical peel lady, this your branding is crap. Could I help you with that? Like, honestly, like, can you imagine if I just took off the cucumber peels and was like, hey, so here's your website and it is not so good and it doesn't match anything else.
Oh, I love it. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but you know, there's some people, newbie, that are like that. No. Like they just want to, and you're just like, just stop already. That's not how we work together. It's not how we build trust in you.
Can you imagine? I'm walking down, I'm like, here, have some glitter. Here you go. You need my glitter, don't you?
Could you imagine what people would say and what reputation you would have?
I think they just lock me up. What the hell? Yeah, totally. But it's true. The number of people, I don't say what I do. necessarily. I'm just me down the high street
Being
kind of
you.
thing, chatting, whatever.
Mhm.
And it's only later on in conversation, oh, so what do you do? I'm a doctor, I'm a local GP, and I also spread glitter. And they're like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, I wish you were my doctor. I wish you were my
Exactly.
GP. How can I get hold of you? And I'm like, well, I'm not established yet, but I'll let you know. It's the person, it's the connection, isn't it? It's the conversation that leads to that.
It is. So
Yeah.
here's a story I share. So I also have my
Sorry,
real
Russ.
estate license, and I work with a brokerage who does property management and vacation rentals. And a woman off of LinkedIn is with a competing vacation rental company. And she reached out to me, and I could have easily said, we're competitors. I don't really need to have a conversation with you, and really dismiss that. But instead I took the call with her. And as I'm on the call with her, we're learning a lot about each other. I learned that she has a rental here in Arizona and moved to Utah with her husband to care for her mother. And she just basically was sharing that she's like, we don't do property management. We only do vacation rentals. But I'm so frustrated with the property management company that we have that she's actually coming to be one of my clients.
Wow.
So conversation is where it's at. But if you make a judgment call,
yes,
you missed out. You really missed out, because you could have helped that person or vice versa. And people just, they're so quick to judge. And it's just, I don't want to do business that way.
No,
I really don't.
Absolutely. I've just seen a comment by Dr. Jeep. Oh, my glittered one. You are a star. Why, thank you kindly.
And you have a star on your shirt, don't you? I saw the star.
I do. Can you see it?
I saw the top of it. It's very glittery.
Thank you. You can't really see it because the way the camera is. There you go.
Yeah, but I do.
Oh, I could chat to you for ages, and I'm conscious of the fact that I've run really over today. Sorry, Russ, but it's kind of a special one today because it's the original rock star.
It's the OG, the gangsta.
It's the OG, and I'm the original gangster glitter practitioner person. There is no one else like me. So
there is no one like you, Nuki.
No. The original gangster. It's always special. I know. Thanks, Russ. Just very quickly as we wrap up, please tell everybody how they can get in touch with you.
Sure. Well, if we are not connected on LinkedIn, that is the place to find me. And I know Russ has the link down below, but Tisha Marie Pelletier is where you find me. I would love it. So here's a request. If you are watching this show and want to connect, that you say, hey, saw you on Nupi's show. So I know where you're coming from, because believe it or not, so many people just send blank requests and I'm like, no idea. No idea who that was. So that's a great place, or you can always find me on my website too at tishamarieNterprises.com. And I would love to chat with you.
Wow. I want to chat with you some more.
I know.
I'm literally going, okay, I'm going to do that so I get more job time.
I do hope that you jump in your glitter bus and you come to Arizona. I think you would have a fantastic time with Mr. Guy in Blue, Bruce.
Absolutely. I'm manifesting it as we speak.
Good.
It's happening. It has to happen. I don't do driving on motorways though. Right? It freaks me out. So I might have to organize all of that stuff. But I'm coming. Full stop.
Yes, look at Russ saying we're all heading to AZ for the sun. You know what, Russ? Right now it's probably about 70 degrees. It is gorgeous, beautiful weather. Yeah, we don't get. And the nice thing about Arizona is if you want snow, you can go north, and if you want to get hotter, you can go south.
That's so cool. Well, I'll be doing like a 4. I'll be doing like a 4-week trip basically. That's what's going to happen.
Perfect. Yeah, and then you can go see Russ in Oregon.
Absolutely.
Like you can just go up the coast.
Yeah,
beautiful.
That's what exactly. I was thinking, okay, and then I'll see Anthony. I think he's in Virginia. I think.
Oh,
and then Stephen's in New York. So I've got it all.
Yeah, you got it all planned out. They're kind of so geography. They're on opposite sides.
I know. I believe so. Geography was not my strong point.
It's not mine either, but I do know that. I know that New York is not close to Arizona.
Can you imagine going in the fun bus? I'm like, Jesus, bloody hell, how much more?
It's probably a good 3 to 4 day trip.
Oh no, I'll fly. We'll sort it.
Oh yeah, I would do that. I would fly in, rent a car, fly out.
Oh, but I need somebody to drive it because I can't do that. That would
Quick
freak me out.
drives.
Seriously.
Yeah.
We'll sort it. It'll happen. It'll
It
happen
will
as it's meant
happen.
to. Yes.
Yeah.
So Tisha, please will you come back on again? Because I just
Oh,
really
absolutely. You tell me when. Yeah.
3 weeks time, maybe in the new
Okay.
year.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah. You
kick
let
it
me
off
know. In the new year.
Yeah,
In the new year will be
I'd
perfect.
like that. Absolutely. Thank you so much. I've loved chatting with you. It's flown by, hasn't it?
It has. It
But
always
literally,
does.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. But don't go anywhere. I shall come and join you in the green room.
Okay. Thank
That's
you.
my
Thanks,
best.
Ross. Thanks, everybody.
Oh, that was just gorgeous. What a beautiful person. And it's just a real honor to have the original kick-ass, badass branding, everything that Tisha does. So if you haven't connected with her, please do. You will find me on LinkedIn every Monday at 8 o'clock GMT, which is 12 noon Pacific Standard Time. I got it right this time. And every other week for the show that I do with Diana Londonio, Supernova Sisters, Physicians in Motion. We have a show tomorrow, so I really hope you can join us. That's at 7:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, which is 3:30 GMT. You can find and connect with me here on LinkedIn. And if anybody is looking for support or wants to have a talk with me, please just book a call. I have my Calendly link all over LinkedIn. You can also get hold of me through direct message me on LinkedIn or my email address, essentially. You can also find me on Instagram, YouTube, what's the other one? Facebook, as the Glitter Practitioner. So thank you for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed today's show, and I look forward to welcoming you back next week. Bye.